Hello, I am Michael's son. Excerpt 10 of Letter 2, which we will read today, covers the following essentially. The reflection of the Spirit about Jesus' mission and his special conditions to carry it out. His personal position, the state of his consciousness, and the persona that he showed to his fellow men as Jesus. The fact that he knew that the Father had made him and designed him specially for his mission, and his intimate, down-to-earth, very personal connection with his fellow men. Please enjoy the reading.
Letter 2, Excerpt 10. Jesus starts his mission with his disciples. Reflection of the Spirit about Jesus' mission and his special conditions to carry it out. He explains his personal position, the state of his consciousness, and the persona he showed to his fellow men as Jesus. He knew that the Father had made and designed him specially for his mission on earth. Intimate, real, and down-to-earth connection of Jesus with his fellow men. And this was how we came to start on our mission of spreading the good news of the gospel of the kingdom. I sent these young men ahead of me into the town we were to visit. As they entered it, they told the people to gather together to hear the good news of the kingdom of heaven. The people were astonished and wanted to know more, but the disciples urged them to fetch their friends and neighbors, and they would be told all about it when Jesus arrived, and there would be healing of the sick people. Excitedly, many ran to help spread the good news, and soon they were gathered together in a huge crowd. I, who had so deeply and passionately rebelled against the long-faced religious homilies threatening violence, punishments, and damnation to sinners, now walked with joy to meet these crowds. I had my good news to share with them, to brighten their day, and healing of ailments and afflictions to gladden their lives. Whereas before, I moved amongst people selfishly and empty-handed, taking their goodwill and sometimes their handouts with little gratitude. I came now with an abundance of life-giving possibilities for everyone who was prepared to listen to my words and take action to improve his quality of life. I want you who are reading these pages to fully understand my position at that time, my state of consciousness after my illumination in the desert, and the persona I presented to my countrymen as Jesus. There have been so many conjectures that I am about to give you the truth. I was born to have, when mature, a fine physique, strong aquiline features, a remarkable intellect, and a love of mimicry and laughter. But, like so many of you today, I took no care of my earthly talents. At the time of going into the desert, my face and manners were what you might call downgraded from what they should have been. While I had begun to examine and rebel against what I had become, my intellect had also suffered from misuse, constantly engaged in arguments and dissensions over religion and indulging in flippant speech. I made people laugh. I was liked by the men and women I mixed with, but certainly not respected. Hence the astonishment of those who had known me when I spoke to them in the synagogue in Nazareth. While my mother nursed me back to good health, I made powerful use of the knowledge and enlightenment given me in the desert. This restored me to the man I was meant to be. When I started my mission, I was fully aware that I was the only one with the supreme knowledge of the secrets of creation and existence itself. Therefore, I could say with perfect confidence, no one has seen the Father but me. I knew that all that man believed in so wholeheartedly was false, not real. I knew that I had been specially fashioned and designed by the Father for this mission. I had been blessed abundantly with the physical energy, vitality of speech, and the ability to devise meaningful parables to enable me to pass on the message successfully and in a form that would never be forgotten. Besides which, I understood my fellow men so well from long association with them that I knew their fondest hopes, their most desperate fears. I knew what made them laugh and prompted them to mockery and derision of the rich and pompous, and I knew also how deeply so many, young and old, suffered silently and bravely. I knew and experienced deep compassion for the populace which lived in fear of or endured the verbal white plash of Pharisees and bowed down to the tax laws of the Romans. I knew how their proud Jewish spirit was bruised by the conquering Gentiles whom they were forced to honor with their lips and hand and knee salutations, yet whom they despised behind closed doors. I knew and fully understood the lives and thinking of the populace. I had previously thought their thoughts, felt their resentments, endured their kind of anxieties in times of lack, felt powerless in the grip of the Roman governance. I now knew that none of this suffering was really necessary. Knowing as I did the reality of existence, the reality of universal God, I could clearly perceive the foolishness of the Jews in authority, who were imposing a burdensome way of life upon the populace, which was wholly erroneous and in direct contradiction of the truth of being. The situation made me deeply angry. Therefore, I knew I had been perfectly fashioned and honed to become a purified instrument of divine action in Palestine, driven by my passion for truth and driven by my compassion for my fellow human beings. Hence I called myself Son of Man, because I knew exactly what mankind was up against in their daily lives.
So, how did you like the reading? The Father had prepared Jesus for his mission perfectly. His former life as a young man, a rebellious, kind of lazy, kind of drifter man, had been perfect. His compassion, deep, natural compassion for his fellow men from his early years, all that was perfect. And he was ready to go through what he went through in the desert, and then ready to carry out his mission. He had a special, singular, unique mission as you. You also have a special, singular mission. Do you know what is your mission? Brother, sister? Thanks so much for being here today. Please click the button below to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if you like this video, and thanks for sharing with friends. I love you all. I truly do.